Hello, folks. Oh, wow. It's finally cooled down a bit here. Absolutely unbelievable. We got plenty of rain. Well, plenty of rain, not by our normal standards, but a bit of heavy rainfall yesterday. And it's clouded over today, so everything's cooled off a bit. I didn't really have it fixed in my head what I wanted to talk to you about today, really, but a subject that's come up between myself and some friends of mine, some fellow YouTube creators, is trolls, right? Online, the people that just knock you down wherever you go. The internet can be a wonderful place, and it can be a very, very scary place. My wife and I met on the internet. We met when we were in completely different countries, and all we were at the time was just, internet buddies, people who had similar interests and both wrote blogs. And I'll spare you the long-winded details of that for today. But eventually, our lives turned upside down and then right way back up again. And over a long period of time, we just, eventually met in person, and now we're married and have a beautiful little girl. But there's the pitfalls out there in the internet, the sort of big, fat, sweaty holes that you can fall into if you're not very, very careful. They're just everywhere. It's a minefield, and you've got to be really, really careful. And one of the best ways, once you're aware that you've got a troll on you, is just to ignore it. And that's an easy thing to say. It's not always an easy thing to do, especially if that person starts to get inside your head. And an awful lot of us that are sort of creatives online, whether it's game channels or short filmmakers or writers or fashion YouTubers or anybody like that, the creative mind is often quite a fragile one. So trolls, they can sometimes get inside your head. I've been doing this for quite a long time now. I worked out today, I was thinking about it, that I've had 4 YouTube channels. I've still got 3 active YouTube channels. One is for just sort of a placeholder thing for my business. I just put a few of my voiceover demos on there. One of them is the Nights Arcade channel, which is now doing very well. One of them is this one. But I did have one years and years ago when I first started on YouTube in 2007, which I closed down after a while. I decided to change things around a bit. And I put on something, I think the last thing that I put on it was in 2009. We entered short filmmaking competition for Empire magazine. And they're done in 60 seconds competition where you're challenged to remake a movie in 60 seconds. And we chose Apollo 13, or I chose. I always say we, but really it's not. It's mainly me, really. I chose Apollo 13. And a lot of people, even people that know me, acquaintances, perhaps don't know, but I am a massive Apollo era geek, right? I'm the only person that I know who's read the entire transcripts, the actual transcripts of every communication that ever took place between Houston and Borman, Lovell and Anders aboard Apollo 8 as it went round the moon and orbited the moon before coming home in 1968. And I've read the entire transcript. Seriously, I mean, like everything they said in the cabin, in the capsule, between one another and between mission control for days. I just read the whole thing. Why? I don't know. Sometimes I wonder myself. But anyway, we'd made Apollo 13, and it was the movie we were talking about, right? Not the actual mission. And I had massive, huge reverence for the Apollo astronauts, particularly, but the whole space program thing. And I got sort of one troll on there who just wouldn't give it up, and who said that I was being really, really, because it was a comedy thing, like pretty much everything I do, I was being disrespectful of the Apollo astronauts. And of course, this person couldn't know me at all. There's no way for them to know that there are very few people you'll ever meet that have more reverence for the people that worked on the Apollo missions. All of them, all like 400,000 of them, than I do. But there's no way for them to know that. And, if you let these people get inside your head, it's a dangerous road. But I'm one that tends to. So anyway,